Previously on Squad Sprint.
As the 5 red lights come on and the Canadian Grand Prix round 8 is underway. John under pressure, he's overtaken by Songe. Danny trying to follow through. Danny round the outside. Oh no, the championship rivals have collided. Danny to get back into this title race as Tom and Songe. Oh no, contact between those two. Only Formula Danny has won 2 races so far this season. That's about to change because Veloci James comes across the line. He wins in Montreal. The championship is finally poised as we arrive at round 9 of the Veloci Esports Squad Sprint. High in the Styrian Mountains, it's the Red Bull Ring, the Austrian Grand Prix. This 10-turn circuit has the fewest corners of any circuit on the Formula 1 calendar and the shortest lap time at under 70 seconds. The circuit though has huge elevation change with a 60-metre climb from the start to the end of the first sector. It is a fantastic circuit to go racing. Well, the heat is on in the championship battle. Only 7 points cover the top 5 drivers heading into this one. I'm sure there'll be plenty more twists and turns between now and the end of the season. Let's take a look at today's starting grid. John Isaac Harris starts from pole once more, with Niren alongside in second. Joe Wilkes lines up third, Arava starts alongside him in fourth. On row 3, it's Tom in fifth, Primero starts in sixth. Alexander Doniaden lines up 7th as he looks to continue that fine point streak. Storm is 8th. Tiamat Marek lines up from 9th. Danny is 10th. P11 is Photon. Sally starts P12. And on the back row of the grid, it's Songe 13th, and the brand new championship leader, Veloci James, starts from the very back. Remember folks, you can vote for the final race of the season. Let us know in the comment section below. Well, the hills are about to be alive with the sound of V6 engines here in Austria as round 9 of the championship is go. It's a good start from there and he moves ahead of John Isaac Harris straight off the line and the FIFA man takes the lead. On board with Harava through turn 1, he bundles over the curb into the side of Eterno Veloci and look at the Ferrari steaming through. I believe that was Tom with a fantastic getaway up into P2 at the start. Up the hill they go into turn 3, Arava P3, Doniaden on his inside, light contact between them, Arava forced wide on the racetrack, but he rejoins in P3. No damage done as we go on board with Veloci Doniaden, who's on a great run of point scoring form. Down the outside he goes into the braking zone, a little bit of lag there, and Eterno Veloci drops behind this group of cars. So he's lost out big time there. And he's dropped now down to P7 as Formula Danny has a look up the inside of Doniaden, but is unable to make the move stick. He will now though round the outside of the Ferrari driver. Opportunistic stuff from the Hungarian, and he moves up into P5. Brilliant move there from Danny. And Doniaden drops down to P6 as we now go to Niren, who's forced out wide by Songe, and then Songe taps Arava into a spin, and that releases Formula Danny onto the case of Songe, and these two are big rivals in the World Championship. Danny going down the outside here in the squad sprint, round 9. Couldn't quite do it. He'll get a second bite of the cherry as they climb up the hill through the kink of turn 2 towards the braking zone of turn 3. Danny on the outside, Songe on the inside, and Songe breaks late and forces Danny wide and holds on to that position. It shows these two in first and second at the moment. I don't think that's true. I believe Tom's car is actually further up the road, but it's not being shown on your screens. Danny tries again on the outside of Songe. He can't do it. And it looks like Songe is going to hold on, or is he? Danny coming back again, round the outside for the blind left-hander. He can't do that, and Songe brilliantly defends. Breathless start to the race. Let's have a look at some replays on board. First of all with Veloci Primero, who started the race in P6, was quite cautious on the brake pedal, lost a few places as a result, and dropped down to P8 at the start. Look at that, really close action up in front as they climb the hill towards turn 3. Primero brakes late, but actually takes a thump from behind and all that as well, and then collides with Storm and loses further ground, so drops to 10th. Now on board with Tom, who had a fantastic start, threading the eye of the needle at the start. Moves up from P5 on the grid into P2. It was just the parting of the seas for him. Everyone went wide. He was tidy on the inside and gained massive ground and up into P2. Then Niren overcooked it on the brakes up at turn 3. And Tom, all of a sudden, into a surprise lead of the race. Can he pick up his first win of the season. We'll find out as the race goes on. Another replay. This is Primero, and that's a thunderous... Oh, goodness me, he's been bullied. Head into the side by James, and then again as he goes into the kitty litter and out of the running pretty much. Now, back live with the action on board with Tiamat Marduk. He's P11, Arava and P10 as the two heavy hitters of YouTube look to be doing battle pretty soon once again. Eternal Veloci, he's P9, just in front of those two. He's got Photon just ahead in P8 as Tom sets a brand new fastest lap of the race, and Eternal Veloci's all over the road, and Arava fancies a run on him as he goes down the outside to start lap 3 out of 5 here in Austria. We're on board though with Tiamat Marduk, the Australian driver, as they run up the hill, and Joe's in the wall. He's been thumped off by Arava, and Arava now is P9, Ben is P10, and these two are going to do battle. A switch back from Ben. Huge aggression there, and it doesn't work out. The two of them run off the road. Arava swipes across the front of Ben to show his displeasure, and there's no love lost between these two. They were kissing last time out in Canada. Not the case this time. They're knocking each other out like two heavyweight boxers here in Austria. This is crazy. It's like Klitschko against Joshua. Ben against Arava. And it looks like Ben has got the upper hand here. Arava drops down to P10, but that was an opportunistic move from Ben, wasn't it? Up at turn 3 as Dorniaden gets the jump on Niren and moves up into P5. As we're about to start the 4th lap here in Austria, and yet again it has been a magnificent race in the squad sprint. Still time for things to change though, as Niren is up in P6. He's had a decent race so far, but he's running a little bit wide on the curb, and surely he's prey to Sally Saltunk. Yes, he is. Sally flies past into P6, and now Photon fancies making a move as Sally dives up the inside of Dorniaden. We're nearly 4 wide in the braking zone at turn 3, sorry. Incredible stuff. As we now go back to the brilliant battle between Sonch and Formula Danny. Sonch holding on still to that P2. It keeps changing between P1 and P2, but I'm pretty sure that Tom is up the road from this. Apologies for that issue with the game, that confusion that we're having. We can do nothing about it. As we go back on board with Dorniaden in P6. Sally just getting ahead up into P5 now, picking up penalties as Dorniaden. That could cost him his point streak, of course. Photon behind him in P7 as we're about to start the final lap here in Spielberg. High in the Styrian Mountains in Austria. What a race it's been. Sally P5 at the moment as we go on board once again at the front with Formula Danny chasing down Sonch in P2. Veloci James is gaining on this group. The championship leader, of course. And here comes Formula Danny. This could be key for the championship. Round the outside he goes, and there's slight contact between them. Goodness me. Somehow Sonch keeps it on the island, dives back to the outside, and they're trading paint up at turn 3. Now Veloci James says, I'll take an invitation to the party, and joins in. Sonch and Formula Danny squeezed against the grass, dives up the inside and takes P2 again. Awesome racing. Now the championship leader Veloci James gets involved, moves alongside Sonch in the background. Is he ahead? Oh, look how close they are behind. Sonch should have the inside line, but James, I think, has the upper hand for now. Yes, no, Sonch is ahead. As we are correct, Tom is further up the road. Here he is, on board, round the final corner. It's going to be a first win of the season for Tom 97 HD. He wins in Austria. A fantastic drive from him. A great race behind that, and due to penalties, Formula Danny has picked up P2. Here comes Tiamat Marduk following his Force India teammate over the line. He takes P7, Niren is P8 due to penalties. What a breathless race yet again here in the squad sprint. And there is your final race results after the penalties. It's Tom Martinez getting his first win of the season, 25 points in the bag. Formula Danny comes home in P2, 18 points for him. Sonch in P3 with 15 points. Veloci James, I think, might have lost his championship lead. Yes, he has, with 12 points in 4th place. Veloci Flying Finn is 5th. Photon is 6th. 7th for Tiamat Marduk at the end of that race. Niren came home 8th. 4 World Championship points for him. That's a decent return. Dorniaden just about kept up that points run with 2 points in 9th. And it was Arava who got the final point in 10th. And as I said, Veloci James has lost that championship lead to Veloci Alonso. 1 point in it between them, and only 1 point further back is Formula Danny. 3 points cover the top 3. It's an incredible race in the title fight. Veloci Esports, Flying Fen on 117 points, just behind. He's within striking distance, as is Photon in 5th on 111 points. Tiamat Marduk is 6th on 80. Tom Martinez shoots up to 7th with 53 points after that victory. Tom Storm Lartelo is in P8 with Alexander Donyaden in P9. Primero is 10th. It's 11 for Jack Brimble McConnell with 27 points. Arava is 12th with 25. Joe Eternal Wilkes has 11 points in 13th place. And it's 14th for Naren and 15th for John Isa Harris.
Next time, round 10, Abu Dhabi.